Did you know you can do a landscape design with just a printed picture and a Sharpie? Let me show you. A friend of mine sent me this picture of a house that they're building and they just want a simple, low maintenance design for the flower beds, so let's get to it. I always start by looking at overall the house, and we're gonna start by just filling in some shapes based on the sizes of the beds and the wall space that we have here. So over here, we have room to put something taller, but if we're going to match it on this side, we have to be conscious that right there is the house number. So we don't want anything that's gonna grow up taller to block this house number. So I think for flanking this window, we want something that's gonna be in the 4 to 5 foot range. And that's just gonna be something just about like that on either side. Now for some continuity across the house, I would probably want to take whatever we choose for this plant and that 4 to 5 foot height and match it down here on this end. Remember that a landscape design doesn't need to be symmetrical because this house is not symmetrical, but it is nice for it to be balanced and have some of the same elements on both sides of the house. Now, the next issue we have is we have this protruding corner here. We've got a big blank wall space here and a big blank wall space that moves towards the house back there. Now we've got this inset part of the flower bed here that's a little bit wider and it's close to the entryway, so I think some type of focal point would look really good in this spot. And this is really homeowner's choice. I would say put a focal point here. It could be some type of fountain, but they want low maintenance, so maybe a sculpture, or if they don't want a sculpture or art in this spot, they could put something like a red yucca right here that's gonna give them blooms and be low maintenance. So let's pencil that in there for now. Now on this spot, we obviously have enough room where we could stick one of these in here, which I'm still deciding what I want to use for this plant. Or I think I would do something a little bit different, like maybe a flowering shrub or a rose right here. And now we're just left with some space in front of this red yucca. And then we've got 2 matching windows here where I think some low growing shrubs would look nice. So let's draw those in. And once again, we really haven't decided on what plants we are using just yet. I'm just getting the shapes down that I want. All right, so for this 4 to 5 foot range, I think something that would look nice would maybe be like a sunshine ligustrum. So let's pencil that in down here and down here. For your 3 low growing shrubs under this window, I think those would look good as dwarf yaupons. Talking with the homeowner, we'll have to confirm this, but I would like maybe a knockout rose there. And that will pretty much fill out this space after a couple of years because it's not a very large flower bed. We've got our red yucca here. They could choose several different varieties of red yucca depending on what bloom color they want and what size they want it to be in this spot, but we still need something in front of it here. So this might be a great place to put some flowering perennials or something like lantana in here. So what I'm gonna do to note that is I'm just gonna make some X's down here. And then we're gonna give the homeowner and the home builder some options. All right, so I wrote down that they could do lantana, like a perennial lantana if they wanted to. They could do catmint, which is one of my favorite spreading perennials that's very drought tolerant. Or they could just put in seasonal color there and change it out a couple times per year. And that might look nice as people walk up to the house. So yeah, this is just a simple way to get a simple little landscape design going. And even if you don't have a ton of plant knowledge, you can at least get a visual idea of what sizes and shapes of shrubs you need to accentuate your house and make it look nice.